What is going on, guys? Me, Rager, back with a new video, and today is a special video for me, for sure, because today we're going to talk about some theories when World of Warcraft Classic is going to be released. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but 5 days before BlizzCon happened, before they released the servers, I was doing a video about I have a feeling they're going to release Legacy, and they actually did. So let's see if my predictions for the Classic is going to come out true as well. Obviously nobody noticed because I'm a very small YouTuber, but you guys know I called it. So let's see if we can do this for Classic as well. Now look, I got my mic back. I hope you guys like the mic quality again. And I actually started leveling on Nighthaven on this server here. I just logged into a level 1 because I want to be in the starting area while I do this video. I'm currently level 10 warrior, and I'm having a blast. The server runs very smooth, a very good latency, and everything seems to be really good. Now, let's go back to what I want to talk about in this video. Now, I have 3 ways of how and when Blizzard is going to release World of Warcraft Classic. I'm going to tell you which one of those I think is the most likely one, but I have to narrow it down to 3. At the end, I'm going to tell you like the one I really think is going to happen, but let's go to the first one. So the first kind of thing I think is going to happen is that they're going to release it together with Battle for Azeroth. Now, a lot of people will be like, what the? No, they won't. But it's actually a very likely possibility. Think about this. Blizzard is used on doing unexpected things, right? And I would actually think in every way possible, it would be a very good thing to do for Blizzard to release it with the expansion together. First of all, it would boost their expansion even more than it usually would, right? Because people always come back and try the expansion, even for 1 or 2 months. And the expansion was very underwhelming. Even people who play right now told me that they did not think that it was such a really great new expansion. They didn't tell a lot, they didn't say a lot about it. It was kind of meh, and it would boost the selling numbers of the expansion by a lot. Now think about this. If they are going to do this, there will be a big amount of people who are not going to buy it, because are people who want to play Classic ready to pay the expansion? To pay the monthly fee on top of it? Oh boy, that's a hard one, because I know a lot of people will. I'm going to do it myself. But a lot of people are going to be like, no, I'm not going to buy the next expansion just to play Classic. But it would be a really good move from Blizzard. Think about that. If Blizzard is going to do it like this, if they're going to release it together with Battle for Azeroth, and people are not going to play Classic that much, they're going to be like, well, we knew you guys don't really want it. We tried to make it happen, but you guys obviously don't really want it, right? Just because people don't want to pay the extra amount of the expansion. But that's something people haven't really talked a lot about. Like, are you ready to pay the full price of the next expansion together with a monthly fee to play Classic? I mean, how many people have answered that one? I don't know. I am. But how many other people are ready to do that? And that's why I think it would be a good move for Blizzard. Because some people would, obviously. And it would boost the expansion by a lot. So I think it could be a really good step for Blizzard to actually do it like this. And maybe they will. Maybe it's too early though. And that's why we come into the second way of how they maybe release it. The second way will be what the most people say. The biggest YouTubers, the biggest streamers, that's what everyone says, right? Because Blizzard knows the new expansion is coming out, they're gonna have a peak again, and when it goes down again, like after 2, 3, 4 months, maybe 6 months, then they will release the Classic, so people have Classic to play. That's what most of the people think, but I don't think that's gonna happen just because of Blizzard likes and is unexpected, like does unexpected things. So it is a possibility, but I don't really think it's going to be necessarily that. I think they're going to surprise us again in that regard. Now, the third way is a really, really ballsy one. And that is kind of silly of me to take it from one post I saw in the internet. But I like to be kind of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to that thing. So let's talk about it. I saw a post somewhere. I know it was an actual source. And they said that WoW 2, World of Warcraft 2, is going to release in 2020. That was actually, there was like a certain, how do I say it, like it was actually an official thing from Blizzard where you saw like the releases, right? You saw like 2018 next expansion and all that kind of stuff. And in 2020 it said World of Warcraft 2, WoW 2. What does that mean, right? What if the World of Warcraft Classic, because they made a name below it, right? They said WoW Classic, and they said that they're gonna make a Blizz quality game. And that's where the sadness comes in, because it might not gonna be the classic that we think is classic. So they might announce it in 2020 as a so-called WoW 2, where Blizzard is gonna redo the game, kind of start it from fresh, start with WoW Classic, but it's gonna be with some quality of life changes, and it's gonna start from new again, and this is gonna be our so-called WoW 2. What do you guys think about that? Is this like kind of too far-fetched, or is it maybe possible? I just know I saw it somewhere that they have 2020 WoW 2 scheduled. Maybe it was a fake post, I don't think so. But maybe someone of you knows what I'm talking about. Let me know if this is a possibility, or if this is way too ballsy. Now, out of those three ways, I think that I would say the first one, but the problem is it might be way too early, right? Because they haven't said a lot. It's only 1 year till the next expansion hits. I think they would have said more about it if it would be that early. So I don't think it's the first one. The second one, I don't think so too. It would be a good window, but Blizzard does unexpected things. And even if it would be the second one, like what everyone thinks, like right when it hits a low, I think that would be still way too early. I think my prediction for 2020 is gonna be right. 2020 WoW 2 will release under the name of WoW Classic, and it will be a complete new feeling to it, but they try to keep it classic, and they try to kind of redo the franchise. Pretty ballsy, is it? Pretty fucking ballsy, but hey, I was right once. If I'm gonna be right on that, you better call me like the prediction lord or something. Because it sounds ballsy, but Blizzard does unexpected things, and it would fit into the timeline, and I think it's actually very possible. Let me know what you guys think, if this is a possibility. That was kind of my video for this. My 3 ways I think Blizzard is going to release it, and I think the last one is the most possible one. Let me know, hit me in the comments down below, hammer me with comments. I'm going to answer to every single one of your comments, and yeah, that's kind of it. Let's see what happens. I'm just really sad if it's really gonna take that long. I mean, 3 years, come on, man. Okay, 2 years, right? We have 2018 pretty soon. But it would be so long, and... Nah, let's talk about in another video if I would like that idea, or not. About this WoW Classic 2 kind of thing. So whatever, that was it for me. I hope you guys have a really beautiful day, beautiful... whatever you guys doing. If you guys want to play Classic, hey, this Nighthaven server is pretty good. And the population is not that crazy. Yesterday it had like 4K, and I think that's a pretty good amount of people on a server. I don't like the Nostalria's 15K kind of thing. It made everything lag and everything way too overfarmed. But maybe that's just me. Guys, have a beautiful day. I hope to see you guys soon again, and take care. Peace.